Hi YouTube, so today I'm going to show you how to make this banner. This says just married. Of course, you can spell out whatever you want, congratulations, happy birthday, etc. So the materials you're going to need is your base color, which I chose Burlap that has gold woven in with it. It's really shiny and really pretty. Then you need your main color, and I have mint. You're going to need some sharp fabric scissors. I used these flower eyelets, so it adds a nice little detail versus just the typical round ones. You need a gun. If you don't have a gun, you can use a hammer, but this just makes it easier. Then you're gonna need the letters. If you don't want letters, you can stencil them out with paint. You're good to go once you have lace and a glue gun. Next, you need to create the shape of the banner that you want. What I did is I traced one and then I duplicated it. So then you just need to cut. Of course, you can use whatever shape you want. The triangles are also really pretty. Then you're gonna stack them on top of each other. So in order to cut the burlap, I didn't show it because it's the same thing as the mint color, but you just make it a little bigger. You don't have to be precise exactly. You just kind of eyeball it. And once you punch one, you use that as the reference for your next one because you want it to be somewhat consistent. So having it right in front of you like this makes it a lot easier to make sure that they're the same distance apart on each of the individual banners. So you're just gonna punch the hole. This tool is really cool. It has the punch in it, and then you can just put the eyelets in. So you put the eyelet, look how cute those flowers are. I love it. And then you take the back and you put it in. This is kind of self-explanatory, but then you use the gun. And this one, it has different size settings, so you wanna make sure it's on the right one. Your packaging will tell you which one to use. And then you punch. It's so easy and it adds such a cute detail and it looks really nice. Then you're gonna take your lace and you're gonna trim it to the size you want and you're just gonna glue it down. So after you have the lace down, you want to put down your letters. We got these at Joann's for 58 cents each, so they were really cheap. They were on sale, and they're really cute. So just glue them down. And the next stuff that we did, this was an extra little thing. Since it has the little loops here, we wanted to make it seem like it was just sewn on. Of course, you don't have to glue it down. If you just want to leave it sewn, because I think the thread looks really nice. If you can see closely, it's a pretty thick thread, and we just put 3 on the top spaced apart, so it looks really nice and it's a nice little detail. Of course, it's not necessary, but since it does have the loop, then go ahead and do that. Then you're just gonna glue down the string, and my favorite tip is to lick your finger and then press down on the glue to flatten it, and by licking it, it won't make it hot. So then you're just gonna remove the excess glue. We just had a little bit here and there, so just pick it off if any of yours leaked out. And then the fun part, in my opinion, is using your pretty little eyelets and stringing them all together. We used this thick twine. It matches the burlap pretty well. So at this point we hung it up and we realized that the fabric was curling a little bit. So just add a tiny little dot of glue and press it down to keep down the corners. Be careful to not add too much glue, otherwise it'll seep through the fabric. Next, we glue down the string, and we love the way that the eyelets look in the middle versus in the corners, but if you made the eyelets farther apart, it's closer to the sides and you don't need to glue it down. But we really like the way that the eyelets look in the middle, so we had to do this extra step, but it's not a big deal. So the same thing, you wanna glue and then lick your finger and press down. And that'll flatten it and avoid that typical hot glue bubbly look. Just like that, and it's all flat and it's secure and you don't burn your finger. And that's it. This project has so many ways that you can customize it however you want. For example, we added these little flowers. They were $1 at the craft store, and it just adds a little more detail. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you make it, please tag me on Instagram. My username is Amy Loomis Art. I would love to see your creations, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.